Ladies and gentlemen, the 43rd President of the United States, George W. Bush.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Please be seated. Thank you for the warm welcome. Lynn and all the Cheney family, I'm delighted to be here. I must confess I'm somewhat reluctant to come back to Washington. Last time I showed up here, I was hanged in the White House. This time I've returned only to find my vice president getting busted in the Capitol. Really appreciate you being here, Vice President. Thank you for coming. I want to thank Paul Ryan for his leadership. He's trying out for the Abraham Lincoln look-alike contest. Thrilled to be with Mitch. When Dick was the president of the Senate, Mitch was the minority leader. And as a majority leader, Mitch is really in charge now. As a matter of fact, he assured me that Dick's bust would be prominently displayed in a undisclosed location. Orrin, it's great to be with you again. Thank you for your continued service, and of course Roy Blunt, who organized this event. William Behrens is the sculptor. I can't wait to see what it looks like, William. Reminds me of the time somebody did one of me and I look like Alfred E. Newman. Over the years, I've had the chance to meet a number of Dick's predecessors. I've known one of them my whole life. Last week, I told Mother and Dad I was coming here for the bust unveiling. Dad perked up, and he said, "Send my best regards to old Iron Ass." Dick, that is indeed a badge of honor. The 43rd Vice President and 41st President asked me to give you his heartfelt congratulations. He and Mom join us all in thanking you for your selfless service to our country over the years. Dick is a man of the West, as people have mentioned. I find it interesting that he was the son of a Soil Conservation Service employee, that he laid power lines for a living before he got his degree from the University of Wyoming, after he got kicked out of Yale. First came to this town in the late 60s as a PhD student working on his dissertation, which probably explains the special affection that Dick has always attracted from the world of academia. As others have mentioned, he worked on Capitol. In other words, all this experience mattered a lot. When I asked him to be the head of the Vice Presidential Search Committee. As he likes to tell people, if you ever get asked to chair such a committee, do it. Truth is, I knew all along that Dick Cheney had the character, integrity, and judgment that I needed and wanted as a running mate. He had the experience to step in as commander-in-chief if I were to get hit by a bus or choke on a pretzel. I'm fortunate that Dick Cheney agreed to serve as vice president, and so has our country. For 8 consequential years, I benefited from his wise counsel. He was a principled and trusted advisor on the most difficult questions facing our country. He's an effective advocate on Capitol Hill. He did an exceptional job as discharging his duties as the president of the Senate. Every single time Dick cast a vote, we won. And although he didn't spend much time speaking on the floor, he managed to convey a lot in a few words. Just ask Senator Leahy. People ask, do I miss Washington? And the answer is not really. I loved our time up here, but I'm happy to be home. I do miss some things, though. I miss saluting those who wear the uniform, and I miss my friends. and Dick Cheney is one of those friends. I always look forward to our weekly lunches. I could always count on him to take on any tough assignment, and I could always trust that the advice he offered was given with our country's best interests at heart. Dick became acting president for 2 hours and 5 minutes in July of 2007 while I was undergoing an undisclosed medical exam. He wrote the only document ever signed by an acting president, a letter to his grandchildren. In classic Dick Cheney fashion, he offered them a crisp piece of good advice: to always strive to do what is right. For 8 years, Dick stood by my side and always did what was right for our nation. I could not have asked for a better vice president than Dick Cheney. He's a good man who loves his country and really loves his family. Laura and I are proud to call Dick, Lynn, and their wonderful daughters friends, and I'm glad that his likeness will be an everlasting presence in these halls of democracy. Thank you.